Hello Gemini, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second. But I do have the tarot deck that we will be using already shuffled, as well as the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Gemini, in your recent past, you have the Five of Pentacles with protection. So you definitely incurred a loss of some sort. I'm not sure what that's in regard to. It could be a financial loss. It could be a personal loss of a personal relationship. But this loss and the way that your life has and is changed because it is changing, has changed and is changing because of it, is divine protection. You were being divinely protected in your recent past. You know, it's funny because with this card also came, well, it wouldn't be here because I pulled the immediate future last, but it was cut your losses too, which I feel can be kind of an insensitive card because it's like, just cut your losses and move forward, which is not an easy thing to do when you're dealing with, you know, human emotions. But I do definitely feel like what this is saying is that whatever has been lost was meant to be lost in some way, shape, or form. Like divine protection is at play. Now, in your current energy, you have patience with the Hierophant in reverse. So this patience card, it's moon cycles. So it's kind of, to me, just like the kind of similar to the World card, like has this energy of you're in the middle of kind of closing out a cycle. And when that's the case, things can feel really frustrating. You can feel really lost and unsure and stuck. And that period is very important on the journey to what it is that you desire and ultimately where you're going. So I feel like this is the universe's way of saying you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. It doesn't feel like it to you for sure, but I do feel like things are working out for you in a way that you might not be able to fully understand right now, which is why the overall theme for the reading is make time for self-love. I feel like right now is really a time to give yourself a lot of love, a lot of attention, a lot of self-care, really definitely needs to be happening right now. Because I feel like if you can look at where you're at through the lens of, self-love, it can be a hell of a lot easier to kind of handle this energy. Because oftentimes when we go through loss, it can feel as if, things didn't work out the way that I expected, or I lost this person, or, the situation, didn't work out like I wanted it to. We can feel as if things are never going to be okay again. Or, say that we took a loss, maybe you took the loss of a paycheck to start a business, or you walked away from a relationship because you knew it wasn't good for you, and you just have not been able to attract a new relationship into your life. Like whatever the case is, when you're in that kind of in-between period, it can feel all those fears, doubts, and insecurities are going to come up. You're going to be second guessing yourself. You're going to be wondering if you're even headed in the right direction at all. And it just kind of feels like it's the universe is saying, like, have patience. Things are working out. Give yourself some self-love, process what you're going through in a healthy way right now. And then in your immediate future, you have embrace uncertainty with the Ace of Wands. So I feel like there is a call to action in your immediate future, and it's a call to action towards what it is that you desire. Maybe it's one that you already are aware of, and you just haven't felt ready to take this action yet. I don't know, though. This is just the overall energy. So we're going to dive in here with tarot. So let's see, Gemini, starting with your recent past, you have protection with the Five of Pentacles. This is for Gemini's recent past, please. Protection with the Five of Pentacles in Gemini's recent past. One more. This is for Gemini's recent past, please. Protection with the Five of Pentacles in Gemini's recent past. What does Gemini need to know regarding their recent past? I mean, there's the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles again, so definitely a loss of some sort. I mean, you had the Five of Pentacles in this deck, cut your losses in that deck, which I know wasn't on camera, and then this Five of Pentacles too, the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, you've been healing from a loss of some sort, a very impactful loss for sure, but I feel like just kind of the overall like direction of the reading and what I'm getting so far is just like, regardless of the loss, first and foremost, you haven't lost your opportunity to be loved or abundant or successful or happy or whatever the case is. You know, again, sometimes when we experience loss, it can feel like I'm never going to be okay again. I'm never going to be happy again. I'm never going to be loved like I was in that situation, or I'm never going to experience anything like that again. We can feel like just because we've lost a certain situation, it means that we've lost the opportunity to ever feel the way that that situation once made us feel. It's never true. But of course, again, you're a human being with complicated human emotions and belief systems, so of course it's going to feel that way. So I feel like you kind of have been in this energy. Now, this is your recent past, but I still feel like you're in this energy of healing from a loss. Let's get more, though. This is Gemini's recent past. But remember, whatever this was divine protection, you know, redirection into the right path. Recent past for Gemini, please. This is for Gemini's recent past. I want it to turn all the way around or hit the table. That's why I'm not taking this like that. Ten of Cups in reverse. I mean, yeah, things didn't go as expected. You had a specific outcome in mind, and it didn't happen that way. You know, when our expectations don't unfold the way that we expect, it can be really, really hard to recover from that. Because especially if you put so much weight on those expectations, meaning that you think like, this is the only way I can be happy, this is the only way I can be loved, this is the only way I can be successful. When you put so much weight on your expectations and things don't go that way, again, it can make you feel like, okay, I've lost my opportunity at the thing that I was looking for through the way that I was hoping things would unfold. If you were to break this down at like the very basic level, the way that this is saying, and I don't want this to come across as me being insensitive or downplaying the way you feel, but if you were to break this down, it's things didn't go the way you expected them. You incurred a loss because of it, but it was literally the universe's way of protecting you from what wasn't meant for you in some way, shape, or form. Now, I'm not saying like you need to go, oh, well, if that's the case, then I feel fine now, because that's not how it works. But I do think that being able to understand, you know, the bigger picture side of things can certainly help in the healing process. All right, recent past for Gemini. Recent past for Gemini, please. One more. Recent past for Gemini. Like, the energy of, like, if you were passed up for, like, a promotion, or if a relationship didn't work out. Like, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Like, rejection of some sort. But rejection is always divine redirection. It always, always is. I'm not saying you need to just automatically be grateful for it. But, again, perspective is everything. All right. Let's see. There's a better opportunity. That's why. There's a better opportunity that hasn't been able to manifest yet. Because of what it is, because your energy was being taken up by what was meant for you. You were looking for what you wanted to receive through something that wasn't capable of providing you with it. So this isn't the universe taking away your opportunity. This is the universe guiding you toward that opportunity. Divine redirection, baby. That is exactly what this feels like. Yeah, there's a better opportunity for you. But that's why you have to have patience right now. You have patience with the Hierophant. In reverse, current energy for Gemini, please. Ooh, wow. That was a weird shuffle that I just did there. All right, current energy for Gemini. Patience with the Hierophant in reverse, please. Current energy for a Gemini. Disappointed, struggling, dealing with grief. All of that is normal and, to be honest with you, necessary. You know, the Queen of Swords with the Five of Cups, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You know, you can understand and recognize that something wasn't good for you and still grieve it. You know, grief is a healthy process. It's a hard process, but it's a healthy process. So that's kind of where you're at right now. It's like you're grieving what didn't work out. And that the way that you're kind of moving through that, the way that you're healing from that, is actually leading you toward a new beginning. So I think that, like, the hardest thing that I try to explain when I'm talking about the concept, and if you've watched my channel for a while, if you know my readings, then you know that I'm a firm believer in the fact that everything is happening for us, not to us. Now, when I talk about that, I think a lot of times it can be taken as like toxic positivity, as you're supposed to just face every situation and be like, everything's working out for me, even though it all sucks right now, and you're just supposed to be happy and positive all the time. No, that's absolutely not what I mean by that. What I mean is that you're going to, you know, we have certain levels of awareness. We have the awareness of our emotions and our thoughts, and then we have the awareness, you know, we have our emotions and thoughts, and then we have the awareness of our emotions and thoughts. So, you know, your awareness of your sadness isn't sad. Your awareness of your anxiety isn't anxious. But it doesn't mean that you're not experiencing those feelings and those emotions. It means that when you have awareness of them, you're able to think a little bit bigger than the rabbit hole that those thoughts and emotions are going to take you down. Now, the reason I mention that is because that's why I bring the purpose for my readings isn't to just you know, I'm not trying to like magically heal anyone or, oh my gosh, this perspective is going to change your life forever. But what I'm trying to do is provide you with a perspective that can make the healing process a lot easier. Because, you know, you're going to feel sad, you're going to feel anxious, you're going to feel afraid. But when you can have this awareness of saying, I feel sad, I feel anxious, I feel afraid, but I also am aware that in some way, shape, or form, this is happening for me, not to me, and the universe is leading me to better. And when you can have that added layer of awareness, it can certainly help the process. The way that I kind of like to relate it to is working out, you know. And you might have heard me say this on my channel before, because I've definitely mentioned this before. But when you're working out, or if someone came to you, if you knew nothing about how working out benefits your health, or that it was, you know, good or necessary for your overall physical and mental health, and someone said, you're going to work out for 30 minutes to an hour every single day, and you're like, why? And that person was like, just because. And you were just forced to do it for 30 minutes to an hour every single day. You'd be like, what the hell is this? This is miserable. This is torture. Why am I being put through this? But if you had the awareness of the benefits and the way that it can improve your health, and if you just knew that it was good for you, it makes it a lot easier. That's why people choose to work out, right? People don't just choose to work out to torture themselves. So it's the kind of healing is the same kind of process. When we're grieving and we're going through, you know, a period of time where it feels like nothing is ever going to be okay, we don't want to allow ourselves to believe those feelings. We want to create an awareness of our experience and say, it doesn't feel like everything's going to be okay. But I also know that that's not true, because I know that I'm supported. I know that I'm guided. I know that I'm being led to something bigger, even if I don't know how yet. And that's kind of what the universe is asking you to do right now, is having patience with a little bit of a different perspective. Current energy for Gemini, please. Current energy for Gemini, please. I feel like that's why you have make time for self-love. Like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be in this moment. You can't make these uncomfortable feelings go away, but you can work through them in a healthy manner, and that's going to help get you to the other side. All right, current energy for Gemini. We're triggered, we're overwhelmed, and the reason for that is because you're closing out a cycle. You're closing out a cycle. And I feel like that's why it's like, it's so important that we try to see the bigger picture and understanding, why things are happening the way that they are. And to be honest with you, Gemini, a big reason why this loss took place is because you have been settling for a hell of a lot less than what you were meant for. And you might, be like, yeah, I know that, which is why I took a leap of faith, and now nothing's panning out. Or, I know that, but I'm so afraid of where, of the change coming with, or the change that would be necessary, the change that has happened, or whatever the case is. Being afraid is natural, and it's normal. And it's going to happen. But, again, we don't want to allow our emotions and our thoughts to dictate our movement choices and decisions. We don't want to allow the way that we feel about something to change how we move. Because I feel like the universe is saying, yes, you're triggered, yes, you're emotional, yes, you're struggling, but everything is working out. And you can trust in that. If there's anything that I've learned about this journey is no matter how bad things feel or can seem, as long as you lean into faith and the idea that everything is working out for you, things will always turn out better than they were before things turned bad. Current energy for Gemini, please. I feel like everyone's kind of struggling right now. Like, just the way that my readings have been, everyone's definitely going through it right now. Not everyone, but so far I've done Earth sign, and this is my first air sign reading. Current energy for Gemini, please, for this round. You don't have to have hope, you just have to have faith. That's one of my favorite things to say, because I feel like hope is going to waver, and it's going to come and go, and it's going to be fleeting, and sometimes you're going to have a lot of it, and sometimes you're going to have none of it. But faith is a foundation, it's strong. And it's the ability to say, the universe has my back, I'm being supported, even if I don't know how yet. I feel like right now you don't have a lot of hope. You don't have a lot of hope that things are going to get better. You don't have a lot of hope that things are, working out for you, and that's okay. You don't have to have hope. You just have to have faith. You just have to believe on a deeper level that things are working out for you in a way that you might not be able to see yet. I mean, there's the Temperance card. It's another card of patience. Like, it just feels like the universe is really asking you to tap into patience, to tap into the belief that even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it doesn't seem like it, even if you don't know how, even if you don't know when, that everything is working out for you right now. Right now. Like, everything. Even if you tell yourself everything's already worked out, It's gonna feel like a lie at first, but I absolutely feel like that is the case. Right, immediate future for Gemini, and then you have this call to action. This is kind of interesting. Immediate future for Gemini. Embrace uncertainty with the Ace of Wands. If you've watched my channel for a while, you already know this, but I do not predict outcomes. It is my goal to give you all of the information that you need in order to make the best decisions for yourself, to provide the best outcome. We have more power over our reality than we think. So that is my goal for my immediate future readings, is what do you need to know about your immediate future to provide the best possible outcome for yourself. This is immediate future for Gemini. Embrace uncertainty with the Ace of Wands. As you heal, because that's where you're in right now. You're in a healing process. You're in a healing phase. Better way of saying that. You're in a healing phase. As you heal, whether or not you are aware of it, you are working through some pretty major limiting beliefs. Beliefs such as I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, I'm not talented, I'm not smart enough, whatever the case may be. You're working through a lot of limiting beliefs in association with whatever this loss is. And as you heal this situation, you're also healing those limiting beliefs. And those limiting beliefs in your immediate future, as you continue the healing process, will start to be released. This Eight of Swords in reverse is and always has been my favorite card in tarot, because it talks about releasing yourself from the beliefs that keep you trapped and experiencing a limiting reality, a limited reality. If you don't feel you're good enough, or that you're capable, or that you're supported, or that you're lovable, if you don't believe those things, you're not going to experience situations that make you feel those things. You have to believe it before you experience it. That's really difficult to do, because we as humans have a tendency to believe in alignment with what we have experienced. So if you've experienced situations that make you feel unlovable, undeserving, not capable, all those things, not supported, you're going to believe in alignment with those, which is why the healing process and the manifestation process go hand in hand. Because as you heal those beliefs, as you start to uncover the ways that you've limited yourself, you've settled, you've accepted less than what it is that you deserve, you start to realize that you are deserving of more than that. Understanding why the universe, pushed this loss into your life. Understanding that it's not because the universe was trying to take away my happiness, that the universe was trying to provide me with more happiness. And when you can look at things from that perspective, you release those limiting beliefs, and then you start to take different courses of action that you wouldn't have taken if you hadn't gone through this situation. That's how we use our pain and the things in our life that we go through to our advantage, is we take them and we say, how can I use this to create a better life for myself? What is this trying to teach me? How is this trying to push me to grow and help me, create a better life for myself that I wouldn't be able to have if this situation wouldn't have happened this way? Immediate future for Gemini, please. So it's less of a call to action and more of a natural progression of your actions that will be a result of your healing. Immediate future for Gemini. It's like divine protection leads you to quite a bit of abundance. 7 of Cups. Ooh, okay, hang on. I want to clarify this 7 of Cups. The biggest thing right now, Gemini, is that you are not supposed to have all of the answers. You're not supposed to know, clarifying the 7 of Cups, you're not supposed to know how things are going to turn out. You're not supposed to know the outcome. You're supposed to feel lost and confused and overwhelmed right now, because what you're supposed to do is have faith that everything is working out for you, which is a really difficult thing to do. There came a point in my journey, and I shared this in the Sagittarius reading a couple weeks ago, but there came a point in my journey where I had to stop reading tarot for myself, specifically when it came to my future, because it would just add more anxiety and stress and overwhelm me. And I learned that the universe didn't want me to know how things were going to turn out. I wasn't supposed to know what was going to happen. I was supposed to lean into faith and believe that things were going to work out for me and take action as, in alignment with those beliefs. And everything worked out literally better than I ever expected it to. And so I feel like this is, not about you needing to know what's going on, or even needing to understand how things are going to unfold. What you're needing to do is give yourself love and compassion for where you're at. Understand that you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now in this moment. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're where you want to be, but you're exactly where you are supposed to be to get you to where you want to be. And as long as you know that and you embrace the uncertainty moving forward, and you take action from that place of faith, you are going to get where you're trying to go. That is like a guarantee. If you take action from a place of faith and you embrace uncertainty, you're going to get where you're trying to go. Yeah, you're going to experience failure and loss and experience the manifestation of your limiting beliefs that makes it feel like nothing's working out. But in those moments, if you continue to take action out of faith, it's guaranteed that you'll get where you're trying to go. The reason that most people don't achieve the goals that they set for themselves, or are able to manifest the life that they desire, is because most people give up when things get hard. Most people, when they're experiencing things not working out immediately, they go, oh, this was so stupid, the universe doesn't have my back, I knew that I was going to fail, and then they fall back into old patterns and old habits. But, based on where you're at right now, just understand that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are protected, you are guided, and as long as you keep moving forward with faith, then you're going to be just fine. And when I talk about faith, I mean faith in a spiritual connection of your own understanding, the universe, the divine, spirit, your higher self, your ancestors, whatever, spirit guides, whatever resonates with you is what I mean. And when you can lean on the fact that you are supported, and then yes, I said fact because you absolutely are supported, but you don't get to experience that support until you believe it, kind of a catch-22. But that's why right now you're needing to lean on this self-love. Move in a way of having love for yourself, because when you're experiencing grief and sadness and loss and feeling very lost, it's really easy to slip into being very unkind to yourself, and that is absolutely not the right move for you right now, or ever. But, all right, immediate future for Gemini, please. You're not supposed to have all the answers. You are supposed to be exactly where you are right now. Immediate future for Gemini. Immediate future for Gemini, please. Leaps of faith. The universe is asking you to take a leap of faith. Now, I talk about leaps of faith. A lot of people think that means make the move, right? Take the leap, make the move. Sure, absolutely. That is the first step. But when you take a leap of faith, you have to wake up every day and take that same leap of faith over and over and over again. I quit my job to pursue tarot full time. That probably sounds really stupid, right? So did a lot of other people in my life thought just that. But it wasn't the leap of faith that got me there. I took the leap of faith, I quit my job. I actually didn't really know what I was going to do, but I fell into tarot. And then I had to continue to take that leap of faith, continue to choose that I was being supported, continue to choose that the universe was working in my favor over and over and over again. Because the leap of faith isn't where things happen. The leap of faith is where the journey starts. So keep that in mind. Have patience. I do really very much feel like things are working out for you better than you even know. And ultimately, just give yourself a little bit of relief by understanding that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're gonna get to where you're trying to go. Lean into that faith, and everything's gonna be just fine. All right, we're gonna hop on over to the extended. This is where I focus more on the coaching aspect of the reading. So looking more at like, this is kind of overall what you need to know. So what do you need to do? Breaking down how to kind of handle the energy that you're in. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Gemini, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope, obviously, that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Gemini, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Gemini.